All here, where each thing seems its lonely self, are figures of the soul transcendent one. Only by Him they are. His breath is their life. An unseen presence molds the oblivious clay. A playmate in the mighty mother's game, one came upon the dubious whirling globe to hide from her pursuit in force and form. A secret spirit in the inconscient sleep, a shapeless energy, a voiceless word. He was here before the elements could emerge, before there was light of mind or life could breathe, accomplice of a cosmic huge pretense. His semblances he turns to real shapes and makes the symbol equal with the truth. So here, description of the journey of evolution, the descent of the consciousness that has come down into matter. The Supreme Consciousness has come down into the world of darkness, involution, and so the mother is the power of evolution. She is going to extract that hidden consciousness out of all resistances. Everything, all here, that seems its lonely self, the sense of division, the sense of separation. The first you have the sense of form, multiplicity, gradually an ego. I am this, I am not that. That is really just a game, just an appearance, it's a semblance. They are all, only the one Supreme is everything. There is nothing but that one. He has divided himself for the sake of the play into many aspects. Only by him, by that transcendent one, they are. They exist only because of him. If he were not there, there would be nothing. If he were not there, there would be no manifestation. There would only be that Supreme Brahman. When he plunges into the darkness, it's the beginning of manifestation. His breath is their life. So the energy from that Supreme Consciousness is projected, and it is this energy that is the creative and, you might say, evolutionary power. It is his power, because there is nothing but he. An unseen presence. Not only unseen, unknown, disbelieved. That's why the oblivious clay. Clay is mud. Clay is ignorance. Ignorance doesn't have knowledge, obviously. All here, where each thing seems its lonely self, are figures of the soul transcendent one. Only by him they are. His breath is their life. An unseen presence molds the oblivious clay. So here the beginning of the division from the Supreme Transcendent, the universe. So you have a creation. And in that creation you have a multiplicity. In that multiplicity you are cut off from the origin. So the sense of being separated from the origin, the sense of slowly a kind of an ego, I am this person, I am not that, I am this, I am nothing but that. But they are simply, where all things seem their lonely self, that is their own egoistic being, they exist only because of him. They exist by him, nothing can exist by itself. Only he has played this game. He has created the world of manyness. Only by him they are. Nothing exists outside him. But he has no name, no shape, no form. He is beyond time, beyond space. Then he has created the world of time and space. He has projected himself in this world of division. Therefore he molds, he shapes, he gives different you might say, characteristics to the clay, the world of matter. Matter seems to be resistant. Matter seems to be unconscious, oblivious. It is not. If it can allow itself to be shaped, there is an energy that is at work in matter. Matter becomes the instrument of that energy, but matter doesn't know it. This is the whole play of manifestation. A playmate of the mighty mother's game, one came upon the dubious whirling globe to hide from his pursuit in force and form. So this is the role of he. He is the supreme consciousness. He plunges into unconsciousness. That is the game. So that the supreme energy can remove the resistance of unconsciousness, can bring out a new kind of manifestation. That means the unconsciousness carries the consciousness. The outward layer of ignorance and unconsciousness, they are like coverings. And they have to be slowly removed. They won't be removed by themselves. So she has to work. She is the one who has to do the work. She creates this game. And it's not an easy game, it's difficult. Because the very nature of matter is resistance. Matter itself is inertia. And so this in our body too it is there. Our body is made of matter. Our body doesn't know that it is also spirit. Because matter is energy, isn't it? Energy has no form. It is spirit, but it has forgotten. The whole game of manifestation is to come out of this forgetting, sense of being cut off from the supreme origin. One came upon the dubious whirling globe. Dubious is something that is of doubtful value. If you don't believe that there is no spirit, then you say, "This, what is this outer world? Turning in space, this earth, all these forces, all these beings, all these shapes and figures. Why? They have just been made to be unmade, to be created." So you say, it is a very funny kind of game. A game has a purpose, so usually. You have to win the game. You have to overcome certain difficulties. But here, this globe is just turning in space. To go where? To do what? We are not aware. We have a sense of doubtful value. What is this? But it is He, His spirit, His consciousness. He has actually planned the game. He is the spirit, she is the force. That is the division. She is the creative energy, she is the power of manifestation, she is the power that slowly brings everything into evidence. What is hidden has to be brought out. What is in us has to be brought out. In us, in all, in everything, whether it is matter or life or mind, there is the divine. It has to be brought out. The divine is playing the game, so he plays him very well. He hides very well. So she is also the divine, his force. So often, Sri Aurobindo has described this supreme divine as playing at hide and seek. Hide and seek with whom? With himself. He is hiding from himself. And where is he playing? In a field, which is also himself. There is nothing but he. So he is the field in which the game is played. He is the player. She is the one who is really chasing him and bringing him out of hiding. So this game of duality, but she is he. She is a projection of him. She can't exist by herself. She is an expression of him. So, a secret spirit in the inconscient sleep. She was always there, hidden in the inconscient. And slowly it is this, she is the playmate, he comes to draw her out of her hiding. Slowly, that is the whole game. The consciousness is there, the force, the energy, the Shakti, the evolutionary power has to draw this soul, spirit, he is the spirit, he is the soul, he is the presence, to draw him out of his hiding. Otherwise, we only see the outside of things. What is behind the appearance is well hidden. A secret spirit in the inconscient sleep, a shapeless energy. In the beginning, energy has no shape. Energy has no particular characteristic. And yet, that world of matter is made of energy. The world of matter is made of shape. But in that world of shape, there is energy. Before matter was manifested, there was nothing but energy. Slowly, it settled into a field of progressive material form. If it has form, it has consciousness. Because you cannot have form which is well ordered, well organized, each thing in its place, each atom is where it should be, if there were no consciousness. So he is hiding inside that. Then out of that comes another power, a voiceless word. Word is a projection of creative force, the conscious force that is projected into manifestation. Word is supposed to be projected out of itself. It's a transmission. But until it is transmitted, it is there silent. Like in us, we have powers. We are divine. But since we do not know that we are divine, since we don't really relate with that often, then it doesn't tell you, you don't listen to it. But if you open yourself, you open your consciousness, you know it is always there. And if you allow it, if you allow yourself to listen, he will speak to you. That force will guide. That consciousness is the guide. He was here, because he is the origin. He was here before the elements could emerge. The transcendent was there before the elements. The transcendent will be there after. It is the infinite, the eternal, the permanent. Before there was light of mind, or life could be. Before matter, before life, before mind, there was that. Nothing but that. If the divine chooses, he can dissolve his creation and make another creation. It's up to him. But it will never go away. It's just a play. So accomplice of the cosmic huge pretense, his semblances he turns to real shapes. Who is the accomplice? He. You know what's an accomplice? Someone who shares in a crime. So he's actually sharing in the world of falsehood. Her pretense is that the world of reality, of the true truth, is well hidden. Truth is not hidden, truth is everywhere, all the time, in everything. But he allows manifestation to cover his existence. So when we see, we don't see him. We see the outer forms, the outer layers of existence. We don't see the essence. He allows it. He says, it's all right. As your consciousness grows, as man's consciousness evolves, he sees what is within the form. And as we grow ourselves, we don't stop with the outside of things. We go deeper and deeper. But that doesn't mean the outside doesn't exist. It only means it cannot exist by itself. Something is holding it up. But sometimes the outside is so interesting, so colorful. You stop with that. So it's a huge pretense. You see this pretty flower, it's very beautiful, it exists by itself. Could it have existed by itself? Unless some energy, some consciousness would arrange every petal, every shade where it should be, then you know that there is some consciousness behind, making use of the form to express one aspect of the divine. In the world of matter, especially, the aspect of the divine is specifically beauty. Beauty is a principle. There are several principles. The physical beauty is one of the aspects of the eternal. You say it's short lived. Short lived perhaps because we live in a narrow field of consciousness. I see things according to my vision. My vision is narrow. I see this much. If I can widen myself, if I can heighten myself, I see the all in everything all the time. But if I'm trapped in my smallness, my semi-ignorance, and this very dangerous semi-ignorance, because this semi-ignorance makes me feel I'm not quite ignorant, gives me a sense of knowledge, and so of certitude. That is the whole thing. This is the game. That's why it continues so long. So his semblances, he turns to real shapes. So every form is a semblance. Semblance is a copy. The copy, it's the other way around. You make a copy of a person, you make a portrait of a person. I make a portrait of Dorothy. Dorothy has to first exist so that I can make the portrait. Here is the other way around. Because the portrait exists, Dorothy has to exist. You see from the other end. The outer world of form exists because there is some permanent reality behind. We don't see the outside of things only. Reality is not this world as it is, but it is reality. But it is a projection of what is hidden within, what is behind. Slowly it is his job to break the outer covering as the outer layer of truth and make the inner presence the expression of truth. That is what our business also is, to make our outer nature an expression of our inner being. That is the whole purpose of existence. In all of us, the divine is present. That is the life divine. The life divine is not to be understood. The life divine has to be lived. From within, we embody the truth. The truth has to be expressed. He gives to his timeless thoughts a form in time. So the eternal accepts to enter into the limitations of time. He is the substance, he the self of things. He is the essence, there is nothing but he. She wraps him in the magic of her moods. But she is a playmate. She gives this energy, makes all kinds of different shapes, forms, colors, experiences on all levels, not just on the level of the higher planes, the level of the body, the level of the unconscious, also in the plane of the subconscious. There are so many beings, so many forces. It's as if she's having great fun. She's creating all kinds of shapes and forms and experiences and asking him, now you manifest yourself through these. We have to break out of our acceptance that I'm only a vital being, I'm only a weakling, I'm only a physical being, I'm only a mental being. I'm not only anything, I'm only he. All the rest has to accept to be shaped by him. But that demands surrender. I have no ego. If I can do that, if I can allow myself to be shaped like clay. A clay allows itself to be molded. The clay doesn't resist. Therefore, it can really manifest something beautiful. So she wraps him in the magic of his moods and makes of his myriad truths, her countless dreams. So all these millions of truths that He is the infinite, He is infinite in everything. Beauty and love and joy and power and knowledge, everything is He. And through all these things, she builds, she creates world after world after world. In the world of matter, you have beauty. In the world of life, you have energy, love, joy. In the vital plane, in the world of mind, you have the beginnings of knowledge. So she has a big scope of shaping and molding and creating world after world. So the master of being has come down to her. To say that the divine is far away is not so, it's not true. Because the divine has come right down into the world of matter, in the world of nature. Nature can change, can grow, can slowly emerge into all kinds of new shapes. An immortal child born in the fugitive hours, years. An immortal child, because at every step it's a new birth of consciousness, a new birth of expression. So, immortal, one fugitive. We live in a world of something that is temporary, short lived. Our range of experience is very small, but it is as if the eternal has entered into a minute of time. But the eternal, even if he's there for a minute, he's eternal. The small is the vast. There is nothing that is really not divine. In objects wrought, in the persons she conceives. So this is what this power of evolution, this energy of creation, she at every step is as it conceives new life, new birth, new possibility of manifestation. Dreaming, she chases her idea of him. She's trying to create what? What is nature? She is nature. She is the energy. What is she trying to create? What do we try to create in the world of nature? But each one of us has our idea of perfection. Our idea of perfection may be incomplete. It is what we are at this moment. Accordingly, I say, this for me is perfect. This cannot be improved upon. So, we live in a world of great possibilities. Dream. It is not yet materialized. A dream comes before the world of materialization. She says, this is the divine. I see anything. It can be simply just the sound of a bird that sings, and you have the perfection of harmony. It is totally egoless. That voice of the bird has no ego. You say, this is in the world of matter. This is the divine presence is there. It doesn't have to be something that philosophically we create. There's no place for philosophy here. It's a place of experience, expression. So sometimes it is as if she's an artist, and that is really what artists do. They try to give shape to their vision of perfection. They may not succeed. And she doesn't succeed right away, so she repeats. She continues with her work. And catches here a look and there a jest. Now and then, here and then, there are moments of perfection, an absolute perfection. Even that much, if it can be expressed for one split second, it's possible. Something marvelous, beautiful, selfless, an act of love, a smile of tenderness. You say, this is what is really the world of existence. The divine presence is there, the consciousness is there, beautifying everything, transforming everything, if we can allow ourselves to be transformed. So we are the substance, instrumental to express Him. Ever He repeats, In them is ceaseless birth. In them, what are them? Is look or jest. Jest is not a gesture only. I believe there is the early meaning, the French sense of geste. Geste is something marvelous, an act, a gesture that is extraordinary. There are extraordinary moments in the world of the ordinary. In the everyday ordinary life, there are always extraordinary moments. If you know how to look, if you are sensitive to them, it all depends on how aware and how conscious you are. And see that every moment it is possible. Even the way you walk can be an expression of the divine. The way Mother felt when she saw a lady in Paris walking. And she said, this is perfection and harmony and grace. So it can be anything. It doesn't have to be great wisdom. Ever he repeats in them his ceaseless birth. He is the maker and the world he made. He is the maker because she is he. She is his force. He is the world. So he is the substance that she has to shape. We are, each one is made of the divine substance. But in each of us, the divine substance is often covered over by so many layers of defect that they have to be reshaped, purified, cleansed, perfected. He is the vision and he is the seer, because there is everything. He is the one who sees, he is what is seen. He is the truth and the seer of the truth. You are not a creator, like the poet Kavi means seer. The Vedic rishis were called seers. They were not thinkers, they were not philosophers. You see. What do you see? The truth. What is the truth? He. So this is the experience. If we learn how to see, for that we have to remove our preferences, our ready-made notions. Our mind has all kinds of ready-made definitions. This is right, this is wrong, this is beautiful, this is ugly, this is divine, that is undivine. If all that can be wiped off, there are no pre-planned ideas. Just be completely empty, free from all preference, and allow ourselves to reflect the truth. Because he is the truth. And where does he reflect? In us, in our spirit. He is the vision, he is the seer, he is himself the actor and the act. In one of his aphorisms, he describes God as the actor and the world, his stage, himself. For who is the play? He is the play, he is the actor, he is the author. There is nothing but he. He is himself the dreamer and the dream. Because you have to first dream. If you have to move on from where you are to something which is not yet manifest, if you have a dream, it will help you to move towards that. He is the one who can fill us with dreams of beauty and wonder. He is the dreamer. That is, he is the one who can enlarge our consciousness all the time, widen and deepen our vision, so you can slowly allow yourself to plunge into possibilities of expression, of existence, which are not yet materialized. The material reality is not the only reality. The dream has to precede the material reality. The dream is as real as the material reality. Because it is according to the dream that the truth has to be built. There are two who are one and play in many worlds. That is nature and spirit, God or soul and earth. They are all the same. They are two aspects of the same. The one becomes two. Then they can play. In knowledge and ignorance, they have spoken and met. And light and darkness, their eyes interchange. It's as if darkness is not darkness. It's like when you see there is no real darkness, but sometimes you blink. When you blink, your eyes shut, all seems black for a second. But it's not black. There is no real darkness. Darkness is the starting point of all new change, new manifestation. Constantly, the world has to be renewed, rediscovered. The truth has to be rediscovered, relived. So there is no absolute, once and for all final truth.